Hello, good evening, everybody. Hope you are all doing too well. So just before we crack on with this re-watch along, uh, obviously we was planning to be live with Cooper Rushing tonight. Unfortunately, we've had some technical issues our end, and unfortunately, we've had to postpone that. And this is basically just a tester, so we can try out our new equipment, make sure everything works. And Cooper has agreed to come on again in the future. We'll sort a date coming out for that. But yeah, this is just a tester so that we can use our technology in the future if this goes well.
And if it doesn't, back to drawing board.
Up the drawing board. We love the drawing board.
Yeah, technology, eh? Who'd use it?
Exactly, Bush. Exactly.
Should we have a look for the two team lineups for the meeting we're going to be re-watching now? We're not going to watch the full thing. Like with the track grades and stuff, we're just going to watch all the heats, and there'll probably be a quick 5-minute interval at some point in the middle as well. But it won't be as long as a normal watch along.
We are not sitting through 2 hours of this.
You would much rather be where you were on the original staging of it.
Absolutely.
Do you want to bring us through the two teams, Bush?
So, racing for the home team of the Scunthorpe Scorpions, their number 1 is Stephen Worrell, returning to the Scorpions for 2026. At number 2 is Luke Harrison. At number 3, Simon Lambert. At number 4, returning to Scunthorpe is Connor Mountain. At number 5, not returning to Scunthorpe is Jake Allen. At number 6, not returning to Scunthorpe this year is Declan Kennedy. And at number 7, also not returning to Scunthorpe is Zane Kennedy.
Interesting team that was.
It was something, sir.
And for the Glasgow Tigers, who are a completely new look for 2026, apart from 3-4 rider, not all completely new look, but there is a new look to the team. But for this one, Chris Harris was at number 1, Ashton Bowden was at number 2, Dan Thompson at number 3, who's obviously made the switch over to Edinburgh this year. That's going to go down well. Leon Flint was at number 4, Carl Howarth at 5, Freddie Hodder at 6, and Max Perry at number 7. And Glasgow won the toss in this meeting and took 2 and 4.
That they did. So without further ado, shall we crack on with heat number 1?
Let's do this. And this will essentially be proper watch along sort of roles and stuff. It's just a chance for us to get back into normal service, I suppose, and get used to it again with, a couple of months to go until the season starts.
That basically, yeah.
The lineup of heat number 1 then, going off the inside gate in blue for the Scorpions, Luke Harrison. Gate 2 in yellow, Ashton Bowden. Gate 3 in red was Steve Worrell, and off the outside in white, Chris Harris. Back before Ashton Bowden decided to throw in the towel.
That poor towel will get dirty there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch back this meeting. To be fair, I haven't watched this one.
Neither
and I wasn't even there.
No, neither have I. So this is a completely... We know the result of it, but we ain't saw the action, so it's basically a watch-along for us, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's something to do on a Thursday night for a half an hour.
Yeah. We would have been talking to Cooper if my computer hadn't gone bang, but we're here, we've got another one, and we see how this one works.
That we will, and as the Star Marshal now walks away for the opening heat of this fixture, tapes rise away. We go. It's a brilliant start there for the rider in yellow, Ashton Bowden, with the two Scorpions there settling in second and third, although Bomber Harris blasted himself round the outside of Steve Worrell, and he's putting the challenge on to Luke Harrison. Harrison holding the inside run here. Bowden out here in front, and Bomber Harris now looking to dive bomb Luke Harrison. It was very close there, but Harrison just holds the right line to keep Bomber behind him. This is fantastic stuff from the young 18-year-old. I think he's 18 anyway, he tells me he is, as we come round to the next lap, and the Tigers currently on a 4-2 heat advantage as it stands. But Ashton Bowden looking really, really impressive out here in the opening race, and it is a bit of a shame that he's not decided to continue his speedway career over this coming season, because he was a bit of a talent when he wanted to be. And Luke Harrison there, he is continuing his speedway journey there in second position in this one, and Chris Harris was there as well.
And that kind of epitomised Steve Worrell's season, didn't it?
Yeah.
He made a bad start.
Basically.
Yeah, it was one of them. Chris Harris as well tailed off. He got around Steve Worrell quite quickly, but he never really put much pressure on Luke Harrison apart from the attempt of a dive bomb. Heat 1 was won by the rider in yellow, Ashton Bowden, second in blue, Luke Harrison, and third in white, Chris Harris. 2 points to Scunthorpe, 4 to Glasgow. A rare heat win for Ashton Bowden last year before he opted to call time on his career.
In a way, opening 4-2 at Scunthorpe, that's happened a lot this last season.
And a new number 1 this season coming with Josh Pickering, so hopefully it won't happen again this year.
I really don't know what to make of that team. I really don't.
How many's left to be announced? Is it 2?
2. I think. Yeah. Yeah, him, 2.
The Scunny pairing in this race are 2 of the ones not back in British Speedway at all next season, and I'm a little bit surprised by that.
Yeah, I thought both of these boys did a good enough job to warrant a position back in the United Kingdom, especially this rider in blue. But yeah, it's a shame, really. I could see him being like mid-season signings, and them two definitely would come over if there was an opportunity there. So I hope it's not the end of either of these in British Speedway, for good.
And obviously we had the graphics gig for one of these boys, so him not coming back is one less job we've got to do. So let's try and replace that one somehow.
Colouring in books. Learn our new graphic skills.
Hit number 2, gate 1 in white, Freddie Hodder is back with Glasgow for this year. Gate 2 in red is Declan Kennedy, not back in British Speedway. Gate 3 in yellow, Max Perry, not with the team at the moment either. And off the outside in blue, Zane Kennedy, who's also not in British Speedway this year. So 3 of the 4 of these don't even have a club in British Speedway this year.
That's mental. I would imagine Max Perry will be somewhere in the National Development League.
Yeah.
Which obviously they only had their AGM yesterday, so there was some interesting news coming out of that. But
the crowd's low. Like, I didn't watch many Scunny meetings last year, but this crowd's low. Numbers are low.
That was often the case at Scunny last season, as the tapes rise in for heat number 2, and it's Freddie Hodder that gets a good getaway there with Zane Kennedy now blasting himself right round the outside here, and Declan Kennedy putting some pressure on Max Perry for 3rd place, and it is the youngster from Great Britain that's just about got it, so it's a 3-all as it stands at the moment, which would keep Glasgow's minor 2-point lead, although Declan's having a good go at the back, but it's not quite. Declan looking to do the dive bomb under Max Perry here. He's done him. What a beautiful move there for Declan Kennedy. British fans are going to miss out on action like this in the 3rd place position, but it's Zane Kennedy out in front. Very surprised he's not over in the UK in 2026, and Declan's pushing Freddie Hodder here for the 2nd position, but I think it might be too little too late, and one more lap that would have been a 5-1.
Freddie made a good start, didn't he? We only have 4 laps in Speedway, don't we?
We do.
Missing a trick.
6-lap races, here we go.
6 rider races as well. Let's just have some chaos while we're at it.
Yeah.
Heat number 2 was won by the rider in blue, Zane Kennedy. Second in white, Freddie Hodder. And third in red, Declan Kennedy. 4-2 back to Scunthorpe. Ties the scores up at 6 points apiece. The thing we always said about Deck last season, he just couldn't gate, could he? He was so slow from the tapes.
It almost felt like, from watching him on the centre green, it felt like he was sleeping at the start.
Good move from Zane there, because Freddie had made a belter of a gate and Zane went round him like he was stood still.
That is one thing I will miss in British Speedway this year. Zane Kennedy is a proven performer, especially at championship level. And he'd done a solid...
Carry on.
Him and Luke Harrison last year were the two shining lights in a pretty poor team. But yeah.
And Zane was good at championship level. He also did a really good job when he guested for Birmingham at premiership level as well.
Did he guess for Birmingham as well?
Yeah, he guested at Birmingham.
What boy?
I think he got about 7 points.
Why is this man not back in Britain next year?
I'm going to have a look. I'm sure he got about 7 points.
I remember... Oh, I'm sure he did... I think he might have guested for Ipswich in 2022 as well. Or if he didn't, he was definitely asked to, and then he got injured. I don't know.
Yeah, he definitely guested for Birmingham. I remember that, because he did really well. And
BSN pals, we've got a rider head-to-head on the screen, but we want to watch bikes.
Asking, you shall receive.
How very kind.
Heat number 3, gate 1 in blue, Connor Mountain. Gate 2 in white, Dan Thompson. Gate 3 in red, Simon Lambert. Gate 4 in yellow, Leon Flint. And we had a really good chinwag with Dan Thompson a couple of weeks ago on this very channel. So if you're stuck for something to do for 40 minutes after this, go and have a listen. It was a really interesting, insightful chat with young Daniel.
Well, I do like to bet my chat's very insightful. It doesn't happen very often. Anyway, enough of the jokes. Dan Thompson was really cool.
Jokes? You don't do jokes.
Star Marshall walks away for heat number 3. It's a beautiful start there from Connor Mountain in the blue helmet colour, and that's a sight Scunthorpe fans will be hoping to see more of in 2026, as Simon Lambert now looking to go around the outside here of Dan Thompson to make it a Scorpions 5-1, but Thompson blasted himself back underneath Simon Lambert here. Leon Flint never particularly rides Scunthorpe very well, to be honest, and there's some smoke now coming out the back of Ladbo's bike, and a little bit of contact there from Dan Thompson onto Connor Mountain, although it is just hard racing, to be fair, with two hard racers, and they're just going hammer and tong at it out in front. Dan Thompson now leads with Connor Mountain in second, Leon Flint's in third, Simon Lambert's packed up at the rear of the field as we enter what I believe is the final lap then. And it's just a bloody 4-2 fest. Come on boys, mix it up a bit pals, as Dan Thompson comes round turns 3 and 4 for the final time to take the checkered flag.
That was an interesting one. Connor made a belter of a start and a good first lap as well, but just kept leaving the door open for Dan Thompson. You can't afford to do that for somebody like that.
Absolutely not.
And as you said, Leon Flint never particularly in that race, but did benefit from Simon Lambert's misfortune.
He wasn't the first one, and he probably wasn't the last one.
Heat number 3 was won by the rider in white, Dan Thompson. Second in blue, Connor Mountain. And third in yellow, Leon Flint. 2 points to Scunthorpe, 4 to Glasgow. And it's now 8 points to 10, progressively.
So it is. As we've got the replay. That was a blinding start for Connor.
Gate 1's working quite well at the moment, ain't he?
It is. And it is weird. It's normally gate 4 that works the best at this time of meeting. But, interesting.
So I got ran in a little wider than he would have logged there by Dan Goodride there. Flint was absolutely nowhere then, and then as you called, smoke coming out of Si's bike, and he pretty much stopped down the back straight. That was all she wrote.
Was basically.
There's a man on the screen that you'll remember and have probably nightmares about, because he was a crap number one for you as well.
You know, right? Everybody says that Kyle was a crap number one for us and he wasn't great, because everybody compared him to Dougie. I thought he did a solid enough job for us.
He didn't do as bad of a job. That's not Carl Howarth for the picture though. That looks like Drew Kemp to me.
Kyle Kemp.
Kyle Kemp. Heat number 4, gate 1 in blue, Zane Kennedy. Gate 2 in yellow, Max Perry. Gate 3 in red, Jake Allen. Obviously moved on from Scunny for this year, is at red car. And off the outside in white is Carl Howarth.
But it is.
We will probably have some more of these meetings. I know we're planning to do a re-watch along to the... Was it Kent and Thurrock?
Kent and Thurrock, some challenge meeting, something like that.
That one was planned as well. We're trying to watch meetings we've not watched so that we can give our reaction as we watch it for the first time.
Basically, what he said.
And then hopefully the fixture lists will be out soon so we can start planning watch-alongs for this year. But there will be watch-alongs on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, some Sundays as well. Maybe the occasional Friday in there as well.
Well, there's every chance as the start master walked away for heat number 4. The tapes rise, away we go. And that is a blinded start there from Zane Kennedy in the blue helmet colour. Jake Allen just does a perfect cutback to get the lead there. And now his former 2024 teammate Kyle Howarth giving it the big uns as well. But it's Zane Kennedy that has the lead with Jake Allen there in second. And they have both had to try and T-ride Kyle out of it. But Kyle's got himself into second. Now Jake Allen blasted around the boards. Scunthorpe fans are really going to miss this in 2026. As Jake just flies round the boards. And Kyle's sticking to the inside. It's a good close race between these two. With these two obviously really good mates as well. Which is always pleasing to know, and Jake certainly wouldn't go and rip Kyle's head off on after an on-track incident as we enter the final lap. Then Jake Allen's got this one all but nailed and in the bag, and Kyle there in that nice second position. It's another bloody 4-2, boys. Come on, fix it up a bit.
That was a good race there actually between Jake, Kyle and Zane early on as well. Zane was there or thereabouts as you called. They tried to team ride Kyle out. Kyle dealt with Zane and pushed Jake hard as well. Jake had to really hold his nerve on that outside line, and Kyle was fair.
I'm going to miss rides like that from Jake this year.
Heat number 4 was won by the rider in red, Jake Allen. Second in white, Carl Howarth, and third in blue was Zane Kennedy, not Max Perry. They made a bit of a boo-boo there, I think.
Bloody LBS head.
4-2 to Scunny. The graphics wrong.
Sounds about right, doesn't it? Yeah, that was a good ride, that.
It was a brave ride, and Carl was fair as well. But Jake, when he was on it last season, Jake was on it. There was just a few mechanical issues that creeped in, probably a little bit more than normal.
Yeah, the thing with Jake was as well his attitude can be a little bit cocky. Yeah, like this isn't really for me to sound up a public platform, and I like Jake and we're really good mates. Jake, if you're watching this, I love you. Please don't batter me. But there was a lot of people saying his attitude needs to change, and yeah, apparently he wasn't the most pleasant to be around in the pits. So maybe with him being with his best pal up at Redcar this year will spur him on a little bit.
And he races the Echo Arena well, so it's a good move for Jake. Obviously found out he weren't in the Scunny plans. Think probably had designs of moving away himself as well. So I think it's a deal that works out for both.
To be fair, this is probably 2 or 3 years in the making. But Ashton Bowder's back out. Remember him?
Yeah. Simon Lambert's back out. Let's see if he sorted that poorly bike.
Eat a bit of cow, Polby Reet.
And Bombers in this one as well off gate 3. Hasn't particularly worked all meeting yet. Heat number 5, gate 1 in yellow, Ashton Belgian won heat number 1, gate 2 in blue, red, Simon Lambert retired from heat 2 with mechanical issues, gate 3 in white, Chris Harris just a third place in his opening ride, and gate number 4 in blue, Connor Mountain, who was given the good heave-ho by Dan Thompson in his first race.
There he was. This will be an interesting race.
How does it feel watching meetings back that you haven't seen, even though it's Scunny, this was the week you were in Poland, weren't you?
Yeah, this was the week I was in Poland, obviously, as you were saying, and I watch meetings back a lot anyway, but to watch one that I haven't seen, it's like watching it for the first time again. As the tapes rise for heat number 5, Connor Mountain has made another absolutely blinded start there, and he's got himself to the front, and now Simon Lambert and Chris Harris are having a ding-dong battle for second position, with Ashton Bowden winning first time out at the rear of the field, although Chris Harris has got himself into second. And come on, boys, can we have something that isn't a 4-2, please? Thank you, love you all that. Simon's trying his absolute art out, as he always does. Connor's out there winning the race, and yeah, the big battle really is for second and third, with Bomber just holding the right line really. Lambo's trying inside, outside, Rotherham one bend, Doncaster the next, but it just didn't work for Si in this particular heat, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 4-2 to the Scorpions as things keep progressing, and just like that, the 5 people in the crowd, the wave the programmes.
Waving a programme now, that's old school.
It is indeed.
Good ride from Connor there, learned from that race with Dan Thompson earlier on to not leave such a gap on the inside, didn't then, made sure that if Bomber was going to pass he had to go round him, couldn't make it stick.
100%.
Result of heat 5 was won by the rider in blue, Connor Mountain, second in white, Chris Harris, and third in red, Simon Lambert. 4-2 to Scunny, 16 points to 14.
That it is. There's no delays at Scuddy, is there?
No, was this before they started doing the Centre Green entertainment by any chance?
The kids' races, yeah.
Yeah. Scuddy meetings were always bloody lovely before them.
Yeah, it was nice getting back home at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and we have got a few people watching at the moment, so another chance for us to just reiterate that tonight was supposed to be the chinwag with Cooper Russian, technology issues put paid to that earlier in the week. We're got a new computer to set up and stuff now, and this is the test run for that. We'll have Cooper Russian on once we've organised a date with him, but he's interested in coming on and chatting with us, so he will be on at some point.
That he will, yeah.
And we're back here this time next week, give or take, with Jodie Scott.
That we are. Absolutely thrilled to have Jodie on, and yeah, should be pretty cool.
Any track riding? Are they doing any track riding, or we're going straight into it 5?
I'd imagine we'll probably be
straight into it 5.
Just like that.
Look at that. Heat number 5, gate 1 in red, Steve Worrell was bloody crap in the first one. Gate 2 in white, Carl Eworth. Gate 3 in blue, Luke Harrison. Gate 4 in yellow, Freddie Hodder. Everybody barring the number 1 in this race has scored.
And they've all scored 2. No pressure, boys.
No pressure, boys. I've just had a little update pop up on my Discord saying an update is available. You can bloody wait till after we've done this, Discord.
Yeah, Discord. So, start march walks away for heat number 6. The tapes fly. Away we go. It's a decent start for Steve Worrell there off the inside gate, but Kyle Howarth blasts himself right round the outside here, and Kyle Howarth and Scuddy is...
Go on, say it. You know you want to.
It's a match made in heaven, and Kyle Howarth should never have left Scuddy, but, you know, money talks.
How does it
Godfrey.
go? Like a knife through hot butter?
Oh, yeah, that's the one. I forgot. It's been a while since I've had to say it. I forgot what my own phrase was.
You just remembered, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we remembered that one. 100% we remembered that one. Back on to watching bicycles now, and Kyle House just is out there in front. Nobody's catching King Kyle. And yeah, the two Scorpions there in second and third. And I think, is it Freddie at the back?
Yeah.
It's Freddie or Max.
Freddy.
Yeah, it's Freddie. It's not quite a midget, is it? And that was a 3-3. Well done, boys. Well done.
Carl knew exactly what he was doing there. Steve Worrell spent the first lap and a half racing Luke Harrison, didn't want to get beat by his less experienced partner. Once he'd finally stopped racing Luke Harrison, the race settled down, but brilliant from the number one. Fantastic. Number 6 was won by the rider in white, Carl Howarth, second in red, Steve Worrell, and third in blue, Luke Harrison. But no more 4-2s, Parbat, that's a 3-all, and it's 19 points to 17. Yeah, that third and fourth turn, Steve Worrell looked like he was trying to put Luke through the fence to catch up to Kyle. Not really what you want from your number one, is it that?
Not really, but it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, that was a great ride there from Kyle. And yeah, that's all she wrote, really.
And Freddie Odder was never really anywhere near. Scunny even still offers some fairly decent racing, though.
It does, and I do firmly believe, and this isn't me like licking Rob Godfrey's ass here, although his shit does taste like chocolate sometimes. But yeah, I do think racing wise, Scunny's one of the best tracks in the league. It's on par with like your Glasgow and your Redcar for entertainment.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100% as you would say. That's not the right riders, BSN. Gate number 1 in white is Dan Thompson, gate 2 in red Jake Allen, gate 3 in yellow Leon Flint, gate 4 in blue Declan Kennedy. I'm going to go on a limb here. Declan Kennedy's going to miss this gate.
I'd put a mortgage on it if I had one.
2 riders off the inside, 2 gates won their first rides, 2 off the outside have got 1 point apiece, but Leon's was almost gifted with Simon Lambert breaking down.
Jake Allen versus Dan Thompson should be a good race, this, to be honest.
And
that dirt.
We're a couple of months away from the season starting. It's expected to start probably the start of April racing wise, so we're not a million miles away from that now. Thank
the Lord. It's been a very long time.
It has. Your season was done before the end of August, weren't it?
29th of August. Oh, since what's happened since then, we've been through heartbreak and we've got over it, and
bloody long
eaten stuff.
Long time ago, that weren't it?
So Startmaster walks away for 8-7. The takes fly away. We go. It's a good start there for Dan Thompson in the white helmet colour. But Jake Allen now trying to blast himself right round the outside there. Didn't really see what happened to Declan, but has the race been stopped, or Glasgow just going to have a 5-1?
Reds are on, weren't they? Dan Thompson was rolling. You could see that from the start.
God's sake, Daniel.
It's good you watch this replay. You can see Dan rolling clearly and gained an advantage from it.
He's doing more rolling there than the Undertaker's old theme song in WWE.
Winchester's just messaged, got your comp all set up then? No, we're doing this off a bloody Nokia phone. What do you think, man?
You leave my Nokia 3310 alone. It's doing really well at the minute.
The indestructible phones. He gained an advantage from that roll as well, to be fair.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I think that's come as a relief for Jake Allen, because I think he was breaking down.
As standard, really.
And it is a new look Glasgow team this year. They've brought some unknown quantities in from overseas, and we watched Kevin Yule Pedersen race at Poole on a watch along, weren't it? And he was really, really good.
I watched him as well in a 4-team tournament meeting at Workington, where nobody else really wanted to ride because it was pissing it down. He wanted to ride, and he absolutely blitzed it. And yeah, Glasgow's they've got a good in there.
And it'll be interesting to see how Mario gets on as well, the young German lad from SON2.
It's me and Mario. We just needed a Sonic to go with him.
God, Sonic? You mean Luigi?
Mario and Sonic used to play that all the time on the Wii.
Oh God. Same 4 riders. Dan Thompson's on a warning. Let's see if this one gets away first time. Well, gets away without any stoppages.
I mean, it'd help, right, wouldn't it?
Surprised Jake Allen was allowed to wear that helmet, because although the front of it's red, the back of it's all white.
So it is.
And referees are very pedantic these days.
Some are alright, and some will make you like put a proper helmet cover on, won't they?
And after this race, we'll be talking about a new feature we've got coming for these.
So, heat number 7, the tapes rise, although they rose very slowly on the outside there, but Jake Allen, what a storming ride that was from Jake underneath Dan Thompson. Now Dan going back underneath Jake. This is already a good race. I thought this would be a good race. And Flint is now putting a bit of pressure on Jake Allen here. This is disaster for Scunthorpe. Declan Kennedy's just sat there chilling. He's just woken up from his nap at the tapes as we enter lap number 3, I do believe, and Dan Thompson's really establishing dominance over heat number 7 of this meeting with Jake Allen there. He's fighting hard to keep that second place over Leon Flint. Flint is trying absolutely everything. And Declan, I like Deck, but he's a bit crap, isn't he? As we enter the last lap, and Deck's not even crap. It's just his riding style. If he could ride like normal, he'd be absolutely fine. As that was another bloody 4-2.
That was some interesting analytics there, Bob. If he could just ride normal.
If he could just ride normal.
You mean like you went bike riding in black ice and stacked it?
Yeah. Yeah, my back still hurts from that.
Oh God! Heat number 7 was won by the rider in white, Dan Thompson. Second in red, Jake Allen. Third in yellow, Leon Flint. 2 points to Scunny. 4 to Glasgow. It's 21 all. A new feature we're bringing for watch-alongs this year. We're going to be rating the referee's performance as well, Palmer. As neutrals to most meetings we watch along to, we can watch everything and just see how the referee performs and give our opinion on it.
Yeah, so refs, if you're watching this and you've been a dickhead in a meeting, you will be told you've been a dickhead, basically.
What he said, yeah. Oh God.
I don't hold anything back, as you rightfully know, so it could be very fun.
A smart first turn from Dan Thompson there after Jake Allen had made a really good a second turn from Dan Thompson after Jake Allen had made a good first turn to cut back. Dan Thompson decided to cut back under the cutback.
When Jake is on it, he is an absolute delight to watch around Scunny. But I think it's from this sort of part of the season onwards, you could just see Jake going on a downward spiral.
Max Perry chilling in the pits eating a banana. Nobody likes bananas. We're at the halfway point. Shall we take a quick minute for a breather?
Let's take a quick minute then. We're back, and Heat 8 is on the screen already.
Gate number 1 in yellow, Max Perry. Gate 2 in blue, Zane Kennedy. Gate 3 in white, Ashton Bowden. Gate 4 in red is Luke Harrison. Yeah. It was a rough shot in the dark. The graphic had gone off the screen.
God's sake, BSN, do better.
Truly shocking behaviour.
That was interesting, putting Luke at number 2 for this one.
Wonder where he'll start this season.
Number 3.
You think?
It's part of the team plan, apparently. But I'll explain that after this race, as the start marshal does his little YMCA, walks away, and the tapes fly up, and so I saw this start again from Ashton Bowden, and Max Perry's also, he's not far in the mix, and he's battling out with Zane Kennedy there, as Ashton's out in front with Luke head second, and now Zane's just dived underneath Luke there to make it a free all, and I think both teams would have been happy with this at this point of time, point of life, as this would make it 24 points apiece. But yeah, Ashton Bowden, he was a talent when he was racing, and he's proving here as well, because I think this must have been his best meeting all season, and he's definitely somebody I think Rob Godfrey would have looked to have signed. Talking of Rob Godfrey, is he on that Speedway 360 thing in the morning? I might have a listen to that when I'm on the choo-choo, but yeah, back onto the racing, Dan, not bad. Ashton Bowden's winning, Luke Harrison's there in second, and Zane Kennedy's third, and that was the end of the race.
Oh, is that who the silhouette was? Everyone thought it was Phil Morris, didn't they?
Everyone thought it was Phil Morris, and they announced it this morning as Rob Godfrey.
I mean, Simon Lambert's involved in it, ain't he? So it's easy to see where they got Rob. Hit number 8 was won by the rider in white, second of the meeting for Ashton Bowden, second in red Luke Harrison, third in blue Zane Kennedy. Points divided 3 apiece. It's 24 points each.
But it's a good rider from Ashton, to be honest.
He was pulling away, weren't he? And Max Perry was there or thereabouts early on as well.
He was.
The tapes seem to go lopsided again.
It's a scunny thing they always do. You just got to gate well and hope for the best.
Oh dear. What's this number 3 thing anyway you alluded to? What we got 20 seconds.
So, from what I understand, the current Scunthorpe plan team lineup is Pico at 1, signing to be announced at number 2, Luke, Connor, Tofty, signing to be announced, and then Ryan.
I can't wait to see Ingram race at this level. Like.
Okay, but I genuinely think he'll be one of the decent younger reserves.
Interesting you say signing to be announced as well. The 2 that are left to get done, I'd imagine they'll be announced soon. Heat number 9, gate number 1 in white, Carl Eworth. Gate 2 in blue, Connor Mountain. Gate 3 in yellow, Freddie Hodder. Gate 4 in red, Simon Lambert. Looked like he'd just woke up from a nap on that BSM picture.
Probably had.
Somebody else who's been overlooked for the Premiership again.
Lambo?
Yeah. And Connor, to be honest.
Connor would do a decent job, to be fair. He got a couple of opportunities, didn't he, last year? But again, I like Si. He's a good lad. I would definitely buy him a pack of fags if he needed one. But I think even he would admit 2025 was a below par year, and yeah. But in a weakened Premiership, I'm surprised someone like Connor isn't in there. So, Star Marshal walks away then for heat number 9, the tapes rise, away we go. And Kyle Lowis made another bloody good start. Why did we let him go, Rob? Why? Sorry, that's just the fangirl in me coming out as Kyle Howarth leads there going into the second lap. Ironically, all three of these out in front were teammates in 2024. How ironic, eh? But Kyle Howarth leads now. Simon Lambert in second with Connor Mountain very, very closely behind there with third, and Freddie Odder at the rear of the field, and almost looks like he's packing up there, to be honest. But a 3-3 on the cards. Can we have something like a 5-1 in the next race, please, chaps? Be greatly appreciated. Actually, though, Steve Wall's in the next one, so it ain't gonna be, is it? But yeah, Kyle Howarth showed us why he was the king of Scuddy in 2024. Absolutely sublime out there in front. Connor Mountain now in the second position. Simon Lambert finished third. 27 apiece.
And it shows you that what a funny old sport speedway is as well. You've got Kyle Howarth, who this year is now with the same clubs he was with last year, no change in British Speedway, and then you've got Dan Thompson that's completely changing all here, there and everywhere in Britain. It's a funny old game, ain't it?
It's a funny old sport, isn't it?
Heat 9 was won by the rider in white, Kyle Howarth second in red, Simon Lambert third in blue, Connor Mountain, points divided 3 apiece, and it's 27 all. This almost makes me think it's going to go to a flipping super heat. It's one of those nip and tuck meetings.
It really is, isn't it?
It's to and fro.
We like doing the throwing.
Of darts.
Yeah, do you not know I'm the next Stephen Bunting without the glasses?
Stephen Dawson, more like.
I'm about the same sort of size.
Dan Palmer, the next Stephen Dawson. There's your boss. Big bad Andy.
Go F yourself for giving us a shit deal at work. I mean, love you, Andrew.
Don't run for the injured scores. Well, we've got 20 seconds.
Steve Worrell 2, Luke Harrison 5 and 1, Simon Lambert 3, Connor Mountain 6 and 1, Jake Allen 5, Declan Kennedy 1, Spain Kennedy 5 and 1, Chris Harris 3, Astra Bowger 6, Dan Thompson 6, Leon Flint 2, Kyle Howarth 8, Freddie Odder 2, Max Perry out. There we go, 27. Lovely stuff.
You could be an auctioneer with speaking that quickly. Easy. Light work.
If there's any auctioneers that are listening, hit me up.
Heat number 10, gate 1 in yellow, Leon Flint, gate 2 in blue, Luke Harrison, gate 3 in white, Dan Thompson, unbeaten by an opponent but still carrying a warning, gate 4 in red, Steve Worrell.
So it is. So it is.
Apologies, got a can of Docky P on the go.
Oh, Docky P, what a boy. What a beverage.
And our planned first watch along will be sometime in March, whichever comes first out of Everson's testimonial, if it's been streamed, or the Ben Fund.
But it will. Would have said to Peter Craven. Might still be a watch along.
Might still be, but it just won't be with you because you're going.
I'm intending to go, but obviously nothing's been announced. We don't know when it is. We don't know who's going to be in it.
Don't know if it is.
And if it isn't running, then we can't do a watch along to it, and we can't go.
But it will be on a Monday, so even if Palmer goes, there will probably be a watch along to it.
Probably. Heat number 10 and away we go. It was a brilliant start there in blue for Luke Harrison. And oh my god, Steve Worrell's only got and joined him. It was the 5-1 that we asked for as it stands at the moment. Dan Thompson's there in third. Leon Flint's doing like Leon Flint things at Scunny and just sitting back and chilling with Dan Thompson now, putting both Scorpions boys under a bit of pressure there. Dan Thompson looking to blast underneath Luke Harrison here. Luke says, "You're not getting underneath me, pal." Steve Worrell comes round the outside there as well, just to try and look after Luke a little bit, although Steve wants that 3 points because apparently 50p extra in the bank account is a massive deal. And yeah, these two now just... They try to team ride Dan Thompson out of it, but you can't team ride someone out of a race at Scunny. It's that bloody wide. As we've got one lane left to go, and this is a very good race. This Dan Thompson's giving absolutely everything. Leon Flint's packed up at the back. You could literally chuck a single blanket over all three of these guys, and I think that was a 4-2.
It was a 4-2, Stevie Woody. They almost tripped each other up. They tried to team ride, but Dan Thompson was that quick, it was impossible.
Good race that though. Very good race.
Stevie won it, although he did shut off early. If he'd have shut off any earlier than that, he wouldn't have won that.
Absolutely not.
Leon Flint was bloody crap. It reminds me of the Birmingham days.
Good to see Luke and Dan acknowledging each other there.
Shake of the hands, yeah, and Stevie goes and gives Luke a pat on the back. Good race, that. Good race.
That's what you pay to see.
A lot of people say Scunny's not entertaining. I ain't so many bad meetings at Scunny, I'll be honest.
As I say, I'm not trying to sound biased here, but it's not very often I come back home from Scunny and, obviously I talk to you about meetings. Not many times I've said racing-wise that was a shit meeting. Apologies. I've not done many swearies tonight.
No, you've been quite good with that's what these sort of re-watch-alongs are for, ain't it? To just get the chemistry back. Been a while since we've done one. We've had Christmas and stuff.
Aussie titles and...
Yeah, that was okay. That Saturday morning a few weeks ago. Still struggling after that.
I am ever getting up that early again for a watch-along. Until next year.
I was going to say until next time. And you're not doing any late night watching of the American meetings, mush?
If they're on BSN, I may consider it. If they're not on BSN, absolutely not.
Heat 11, Jake Allen, gate 1, red. Chris Harris, gate 2, white. Declan Kennedy, gate 3 in blue. Ashton Bowden, gate 4 in yellow. Yeah,
Who
American.
Out of all of these,
Bowden be the highest scorer. Yeah, American meetings tend to drag on a little bit, don't they? And they're quite late anyway, so there won't be watch-alongs to those.
I think one of them, there was a Saturday night one. I think it might have been... I think it was one last year. It started at 9 at night and finished at like 1:30 in the morning.
Was that the one that coincided with the wrestling? Because your plan was to watch that and then straight into the Royal Rumble?
It was. That was the one. I turned it off and watched the Rumble instead. Ashton moved then.
Yellow moved, yeah.
Ashton moved and...
got away with it.
He's got away with it as it stands, as Jake Allen has the lead. Then Declan Kennedy's putting up a fighting performance here in second position. And where was this Declan Kennedy all season? Well done for waking up at the starts, pal. And Chris Harris, surprisingly, at the back, which only a couple of weeks before this, he went and won the CLRC, which is a bit mad. But Jake doing a perfect team ride here with Declan, to be fair. He keeps looking just to see where Deck is, and Jake's just he's a perfect team rider, and Redcar are very, very lucky to have him. And Ashton Bowder's over the back of the ball, and what the bloody hell was Jake Allen doing there, pal? Stop scaring me like that, mush. As we come into the final lap now, and Jake's trying to help Deck as much as he possibly can, and did Deck win that one?
You did, and Jake was second. Bowden was there, but he got away with a roller. I think the ref let it go because the Scunny pair emerged first and second. Bomber made an absolute mare. Ashton Bowden being a bit of a tit there and just driving past the acknowledgement from Deck, and that was one of the issues, weren't it? Ashton Bowden's attitude was appalling.
I can't believe I wasn't there to watch Deck's only heat win in the UK on his own track.
Heat number 11 was won by the rider in blue, Declan Kennedy. Great team riding. Second for the rider in red, Jake Allen, and third in yellow, Ashton Bowden. And Bomber, how's Bowden got away with this though, man? He was by the first turn when the tapes went up. Bomber made an absolute perler of a start. Not.
Bobber got beat by Declan Kennedy.
Everyone in this race got beat by Declan Kennedy, but a really good team ride from Jake.
That is very true, and Jake is a brilliant team rider, but it's funny because it's Bobber.
Yeah, good ride that, and suddenly the gap has opened.
That it has. If only we keep it, eh? But, yeah. If Steve Wobble and Luke Harrison was watching that, that's how you team ride, boys.
Yeah, and Jake was happy. Scared you a bit there, did he? Change of underpants.
And I haven't got many of them to choose from either.
He tried to style it out.
I'll have to get a new set for the new season.
Lucky pants.
You know the score.
Jake standing there watching that one back.
Well, boy. He's a bit of a lanky fella.
Wonder how the Scunny Kevies will look this year. A lot more yellow over the years has come into it, hasn't he?
Oh, I think we'll go yellow all down with just a massive black scorpion in the middle.
We can skip this interview. And unfortunately that one as well. Even if it was Deck having a good tune wag. Luke and Jake having a tune wag with David Howe. Here we go. We got Riders bloody coming out now. Here we go. Is this tactical time?
I think it is.
Yeah, because heat number 12 would have a reserve in usually, wouldn't it? But that's not. That's Carl Eworth.
Oh, boy.
Against Zane Kennedy and Connor Mountain. Sorry. Yeah, to be fair, it was smart putting it in this one. This is probably the race you should do it in.
Since when did Cammy Brown get smart?
Said Simon Lambert red, Carl Eworth tactical in yellow, Gate 2, Zane Kennedy 3, Dan Thompson 4.
Good start there from Zane Kennedy, actually. I don't know where the bloody hell Kyle was thinking he was going, but both the Tigers have made meat out of Simon Lambert there, and they've got Zane Kennedy in their sights. Zane just leading the race really well, and yeah, these two look like they want to team ride it to a 3-3, although Dan Thompson now trying to get around the outside of Zane, realised it ain't going to work, so he tries the inside run here, and as we go into the next lap now, and Dan's just got there round, and Zane back round the outside, to be fair. It's a nice little ding-dong battle this, and oh, bloody hell, Zane scared me then, and just like that, Kyle will come through just to make it the Tigers 5-1 anyway. I knew the word I had in my head, I just couldn't pronounce it right, and just like that, you get your Tigers 5-1.
Dan Thompson did all the hard work then. He literally shut the door on Zane. He had to kill his speed or he was cleaning them both out, and borderline that. Not a fan of that when somebody has to literally shut off the gas to avoid crashing, and somebody throws a bike in there to like you're either going to wipe us both out or you're going to shut off. Don't like that. Heat number 12 was won by the rider in white, Dan Thompson, second in yellow, Carl Eworth, third in blue, Zane Kennedy. 1-5, 37-35. Alan's commented on the YouTube stream, must have been his assistant Michael Max that came up with that idea. Too smart of an idea for Cammy.
Probably. Where the bloody hell was Kyle going there?
Where was Cy going there?
He wanted to go to the bar to see if we had any fags and Red Bull. There's nothing wrong with fags and Red Bull, children. Just wait till you're old enough.
Yeah, Red Bull's for nonsense.
It's all about Happy Shopper £1 energy drinks. They're the best.
Apparently Own Bargains have got that beautiful new Monster in now.
Have they actually?
I'm going to have a look in Own Bargains Saturday, but I'm getting a case full if they have.
That is very interesting.
Just here, Dan Thompson shuts it straight off and Zane has to back out of it, and that was that. Desperate, I'd say that, rather than skill, to be honest.
Yeah, it's almost like Dan looked back and he almost like he knew what he was doing.
Doesn't tighten it up that much when it's Carl behind him in the last lap.
Absolutely not.
But it pays dividends in the end. Ashton Boughton.
What's he doing up on them bloody tyre tracks, man?
Just chilling.
Just chilling on a tyre track, on a stock car tyre in Scunny, as you do.
As you do indeed. We've got 3 heats left. It's been alright meeting this, to be honest.
I've enjoyed watching it so far.
It's been alright for what it is.
And a lovely backdrop there of the hills and things of Scunny on the road up to Winterton. Oh bloody hell, we're definitely skipping this.
Boring git.
Well, we're halfway through Heat 13 and it's another Glasgow 5-1 which would give them the lead. Kyle's there in the front, Chris Harris is there in second, Steve Wall's trying to get around him, Jake Allen's having some troubles at the rear of the field, and yeah, this would give the Tigers a lead. This, I think, did I read there were 3 5-1s on the bounce? It would make sense.
That would, yeah. Yeah, Scunny capitulated by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Steve's there, to be fair to him.
He's there or thereabouts, isn't he? But he's just not as fast as the 2 Tigers boys, and the inside run's working better than the outside at the minute. But Steve is on the outside, like a little silly sausage.
And that puts Glasgow into the lead by 2 points now.
Yay!
Is this the part where you're glad you're in Polska?
Yes.
Well, good half a ride that we saw from Carl Eworth, and Bomber gets his first decent race of the night. Result of E13 was a win for the rider in yellow, Carl Eworth, second in white, Chris Harris, third in red, Steve Worrell. 1 point to Scunny, 5 to Glasgow, 38 points to 40 with 2 heats to go.
That it is.
2 programmed heats to go, should we say.
That's almost like you're indicating something we're not meant to know at this point of a meeting, sir.
But we've both had to look on updates to see what the lineups were for the meeting.
Yeah, we have.
From the position Scunny were in, the fact that this went to a superheat is bloody shocking and epitomises how shit Scunny were.
It sums up Scunny's season, doesn't it?
Palmer would have had a meltdown on the centre green had he been there. That's from Alan. Yes, you would.
I've had many meltdowns on that centre grade this year.
I can bet.
And I'm ready for more next year.
We're on to number 14, gate 1 in blue, Declan Kennedy, gate 2 in white, Leon Flint, gate 3 in red, Connor Mountain, gate 4 in yellow, Freddie Hodder replacing Max Perry.
That he is. That he is.
And I think this has been a successful test. I think the sound and everything's alright. People in the comments will be able to tell us that. From our side, everything's worked. So, touch wood, we're back on the gas.
Oi, people, can you hear us in it? Shoots and Shell reported to people. Can you hear us? Let us know in the comments. Thanks.
I'm sure Alan will tell us if the sound and that's alright and stuff. Alan's getting ready himself to do a stream after for STS.
So we number 14. Come on, boys. Some of us have got bed to go to and work to go to in the morning.
And payday. Don't forget that.
And hockey to go to tomorrow as well.
God.
As the tapes rise then for heat number 14, away we go. It's a decent start there for Declan off the inside there with Connor Mountain joining him. And it's currently looking like a Scorpions 5-1, which would give them the lead back. How very enthralling is this? And Connor now just riding the outside deck, just riding mid to inside to mid track, and they're pulling away from the Glasgow pair here. And this would make all the Scunthorpe crowd go absolutely crazy if this was to carry on as it is, as we enter the third lap now. And Connor's quite a consistent rider around the Eddie Wright Raceway. He's certainly found his proper home of British Speedway now at Scunthorpe, and it is pleasing to see as we enter the last lap now. And to be fair, watching this meeting, I'm quite disappointed that Declan's not been picked up in the UK for 2026. Although watching some of his other rides that he's done, Thoughts made be a bit different as
He's
only gone
bloody wood too.
He's on the bloody double.
Oh, and that's got to be one of the worst meetings I've ever seen Leon Flint have.
Leon never rides Scunthorpe particularly well, and I don't know why or what it is.
Ain't it?
I suppose everybody has bogey tracks, so don't they? And Scunny just so happens to be Leon's.
But it was Sam Masters as well, and he did well there last year when Oxford were there.
Oh, fuck's reminded me.
Sorry, my bad. Heat 14 was won by the rider in red. No, it wasn't. Not from the look of it from where we were sitting. But according to BSN, it was won by Connor Mountain, second in blue, Declan Kennedy in third in white. Leon Flint, 5-1 to Scunny, and it's 43-41, so we know that it's 14 to Glasgow in Heat 15.
Deck was robbed. There, I said it. Deck was robbed of a race win there.
And you stand by it.
I stand by it. I stand with a man that's not coming back to Britain next year.
Maybe he will. Maybe he'll be a mid-season pickup like you suspect.
Yeah, I do expect both the Kennedys to end up somewhere this season. I'm surprised they haven't been picked up by...
I was expecting Zane to be at Plymouth, yeah.
Apparently he was offered Plymouth, but who knows? So 43-41 as it stands. Steve Wallace 6, Luke Harrison 6-1, Simon Lambert 3, Connor Mountain 9-1, Jake Allen 7-1, Declan Kennedy 6-1, Zane Kennedy 6-1, Max Perry Nout, Freddie Odder 2, Carl Hour 13-1, Leon Flint 3, Dan Thompson 11, Ashton Bowden 7, Chris Harris 5-1. There's your individual scorers. I'll see if I can fast forward to Heat 15.
We've got 7 people watching now, just as we're getting close to wrapping up time. Interesting statement came out from BSN yesterday as well, that they're updating their website and they're sorting out packages and pricing and stuff. So we'll hear more about that soon. But I'm looking forward to the season starting again and getting BSN going.
I'm ready to be back chatting crap into a microphone and annoying people that don't want me on there again.
And then you get to come on here and chat crap into a microphone and annoy people on YouTube.
That don't want me on YouTube either.
People like us on here. Westlake has said, need to ask Winchester why he didn't sign Kennedy. He's in charge of Plymouth.
Oh.
Line-up 3-15, Carl Elf goes in white, Dan Thompson in yellow, Steve Worrell is in red, and I'd imagine it's Jake Allen in blue.
So see,
Connor Mountain in red and Stevie in blue.
There's a good start there from Connor as well, to be fair. And Steve Worrell was there with him at the time, but Kyle just blasted right round the outside. Dan. That's not Kyle, that's Dad. Sorry, Dan Thompson just blasted right round the outside. And well, he's done Steve, and to be fair, it looks like Kyle's going to do Steve here, and Steve just kind of just gives up as Dan now just goes right round the outside of Connor. Connor wants a rematch with Dan. It's a bish bash bosh, let's have it, boys. And Dan Thompson's currently winning that battle. Steve was trying round the outside, trying absolutely everything to get to Kyle, but it's just not quite working out at the minute, is it? As we enter the second to last lap, I think, and it's the last lap, and if Connor isn't careful, Kyle's going to do him here as well. It's going to be very, very close. Rob Godfrey looks like he's about to have a seizure on the centigrade at the minute, and as we come round in the last couple of bends, and it's a draw.
Super 8 time, thank God there's none of these this year.
Well, there might be. If you level on aggregate after 2 meetings.
Well, yeah, there is that.
But at least there's not going to be...
Saying this was May, it's very dark.
It's probably going to piss it down after. This is Scuddy we're on about.
E15 was won by the rider in yellow, Dan Thompson, what a ride. Second in red, Connor Mountain, brilliant ride to hold off. Carl Howarth in third as well, and Steve Worrell at the back. 2-4, and it's 45 all. It ends as a draw. It's a super heat.
Tell you what then, we'll skip to the Super 8. Don't believe me? Watch me.
Well, I can. Carlo,
go away,
what?
There you go, exclusive backstage news.
Dan Thompson's
Dan
in
Thompson's
yellow.
in yellow. Declan Kennedy's in red.
What?
Now I see why Scuddy absolute. Oh my God.
Did David Howe do that for the dare or something? It's Declan Kennedy and Conor Martin, man. You could have at least put Zayn in for. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my.
Super 8, heat number 16. Declan Kennedy goes in game 1 in red. Carl F game 2 in white. Conor Martin game 3 in blue. Dan Thompson game 4 in yellow. Still unawarded. Spoiler alert, Glasgow got a 7-2 in this Super 8.
Oh my. I think I would have cried on the centre green there and then.
It's a good job you weren't there. You'd have been stood there. What the fuck is he doing?
Oh. Well.
Deckard had a really good meeting, but it's difficult. I wouldn't have put him in the Super Heat, to be honest. I think I'd have put Zayn in personally, or Jake, to be honest. And how shit must it be for Stevie Worrell to be taken out for a reserve in the Super Heat?
I loved it, but he's only got his points because he's been team red and really, really well, and it ain't going to happen in a race like this. Oh, takes rise anyway.
He's negated!
He's got negated, but I don't know. Oh, Addy's at the back now. Normal service is resumed. Dan, is it Dan Thompson? No, it's Kyle.
Carl leading, Dan's in yellow.
Bloody Glasgow, can you have non-matching bike covers next year, please? In fact, oh my God, Deck's only in a scoring position. Go on, lad. But yeah, that was very close. But yeah, Kyle's leading. Dan's there in second. Deck's in third. Connor's at the back. It's an easy 7-2 at the moment for the Glasgow Tigers.
Big dusty.
Yeah, well, you see, we've only got a limited water supply, so we didn't want to use it too much of it up in one meeting. We have a reservoir literally round the corner that we nip water from. And just like that, Glasgow win the meeting that, in hindsight, if the home team wasn't so crap, they wouldn't have won.
Scunny really did bottle that, didn't they? That was the epitome of a bottle job.
I'm glad I wasn't there for that one. I really am.
Do you want to quickly run us through the individual scorers and we'll wrap this one up?
I would, but I don't know who scored what much.
Get Speedway updates up, that's how, yeah?
Oh. Go on then. I hope I kept it open. So for Scunthorpe Scorpion, Steve Wall finished with 6. Luke Harrison finished with 6-1. Simon Lambert 2-1. Conor Mountain 12. Jake Allen 7-1. Declan Kennedy 6-1. Zane Kennedy 6-1. For Glasgow, Chris Harris 5-1. Ashton Bowden 7. Dan Thompson 14. Leon Flint 3. Kyle 14-1. Freddie Order 2. Max Perry now.
At the moment, we're back next Thursday with Jody Scott as our next one, but if anything changes and if we manage to get Cooper Russian booked in for an episode before then, it'll go on our social media and a post will be put on our YouTube channel. But at the moment, we're back next Thursday at 7 o'clock for a chinwag with Jody Scott.
That we are as it stands. If anything changes, obviously we will let you know. Not a problem at all.
Do you want to wrap us up for this one, Mush?
So, I've been Dan, he's been